Jets fans? Welcome to episode number 77 of the JetStream podcast. I am Travis Rubinick. Today is June 8th. I'm here with Joe Clark and Neil Noonan. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever. I feel like we haven't done a show in forever.
It's been a long time since we've all been in the same room together.
Our schedules have just been, well, I was in San Diego, and then we were supposed to record last Monday, but then I had family stuff going on. Everything's okay. Everything's all good. But yeah, that kind of screwed our schedule last week because, you know, we're busy people.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point we haven't recorded so many Sundays that I, double booked my Sunday. And I couldn't. Travis texted me, it was early in the day too, at 11, and I was like, oh fuck, he actually thought we were going to record today. So that's my bad, but here we are.
We need to get back to our
classic
routine.
Monday.
Yeah, classic Monday podcast. Here we go.
It's going to be a gong show. But yeah, I was in San Diego not too long ago. I wanted to talk about this last week because San Diego is pretty awesome. I actually almost got tickets to Game 7 in Anaheim, but that didn't pan out, unfortunately.
That would have been unreal to go to two playoff games in different cities.
Oh, yeah, it would have been sweet.
Get out of here.
It would have been freaking awesome. And it featured the Chicago Blackhawks are playing over there on the other side of the room there. Game 3 is about to start between, Ben Bishop's in net. Just saw that for the first time. So I haven't really been on Twitter much. But between the Tampa Bay Lightning and Chicago Blackhawks. So first kind of question I want to ask. Series at 1-1, so I guess I could still pose the same question I was going to pose last week. Who you got, Joe?
Who you got? I really want to see Tampa win, but
yeah, I'm the same way. I kind of want to see Tampa.
I think Chicago's got the best chance. I mean, if I was a betting man, I would have to put my money on Chicago. But yeah, I would love to see Tampa win.
Deeper question: why are you not a betting man?
Why am I not a betting man? I don't know. I just never have been. I don't know. I remember actually one time I bet on a soccer game in the last World Cup. And that was just a bad idea. If you're going to bet on sports, don't bet on soccer.
Because it's very clearly corrupt.
Yeah. Especially a FIFA-sanctioned event, just don't.
Yeah.
This was before all of that stuff came out. I mean, everybody had a pretty good idea that FIFA was extremely corrupt before any of these charges started getting laid. But this was before all that happened, so we never really had any real evidence. That was a bad experience. So I'm not going to do that ever again.
Yeah, but you did bet your friend one time that he couldn't lose 20 pounds a week. So that was a smart bet.
Luckily, I have some friends who just aren't that bright. So
20 pounds, even if you
in a week,
if you didn't eat 20,
exactly, he needed to go negative calories.
Yeah. No, yeah. As soon as he said, "Hey, I bet you I can do this," I was like, "I will take that bet all day, all day."
That's a smart one.
Yeah. Some of them you just can't deny.
So speaking of Game 7 and the game I almost went to but couldn't. Grew the legend of Jonathan Toews a little bit bigger that day.
Oh, yes.
Only for it to come falling apart again in the first two games of this series. It's crazy, and I don't know why I'm always blown away by the ridiculousness of small sample sizes in the playoffs. Because it's hard to argue against Jonathan Toews being a clutch player, because somehow, and the word clutch, I don't get why people on Twitter arguing about, clutch, he's just doing what he already does. No, he scores crazy situation goals, he scored in the gold medal game in Vancouver. He scored twice to get them into the Stanley Cup Final. He scores big goals. He just has a knack for it. And yeah, a lot of it's probably the position he's put in and all that stuff. But the guy scores big goals.
Oh, yeah.
He shows up when he needs to show up. And there's a reason that talk is there. But it's crazy that he just keeps on doing it. And I don't know. I didn't really read many of the articles just because I've been super busy lately. But Gary Lawless actually posed a very interesting question: is Jonathan Toews the best hockey player to ever come out of Winnipeg?
It's got to be. He's got to be up there.
In Manitoba, you can argue maybe Ed Belfour, but Johnny Toews is a hell of a hockey
and you know what? And he's still got a lot of years left. I think he could easily, in the years to come, if he hasn't already, etch himself as the clear-cut number one.
Oh yeah, he's a hell of a hockey player, and even crazier that
he's only 27.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a lot.
He just got into his prime.
He's got a lot of years.
We've talked about this before, but hockey prime is around there.
Yeah,
right
27
there.
to 30 is usually at 30 guys start kind of dropping off.
Yeah,
he's in his prime right now.
Yeah.
So it's insane, and I think just regardless of what your thoughts are about the idea of momentum and being clutch and score, he does it.
Yeah,
and he hasn't not done.
It's just like Jordan Eberle at all those years in the World Juniors and everything. He just managed to score those clutch goals. And I think Travis, you made a good point earlier. It's a lot to do with being put in those situations, right? I mean, you got to be in the situation to be able to score those goals. So, but I think that says a lot about a player that coaches are willing to put
that you're being put in that situation and you keep succeeding at it, because eventually someone's gonna be like, we should probably stop this guy. You don't think that every team's like, you see that guy? He probably shouldn't be allowed to score goals in this game. And he scores 2 in Game 7. And then it's just hilarious because he's like, oh, the Jonathan Toews, is he better than Sidney Crosby? That conversation starts instantly again, which he's not. I'm sorry, he's just not.
It's not, yeah.
But, and then the next game, 2 games later, where's Jonathan Toews? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. He has to show up. Like, it's just funny how it keeps flipping.
Well, and there's always going to be up and downs. I don't know how many... Well, we're never going to stop talking about it, so I might as well just say it again. Every player has their ups and downs.
Exactly.
It's the size of the ups and the length of the downs that define if you're a good player or a bad player.
Yep. And if you look at the supporting cast as well, I think there's a good argument that it's a lot easier to just say, don't let Crosby score than it is to say, don't let Jonathan Toews score because of Patrick Sharp, Patrick Kane.
Don't let you make sure we got to make sure we shut down. We got to make sure we shut down Jonathan Toews, but also we have to make sure we shut down Patrick Kane. Oh, and also we have to make sure we shut down Patrick Sharp. Oh, and we also have to make sure we shut down Duncan Keith. Oh, and we also have to make sure that we shut down
Teravainen.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's pretty fucking stacked team. Brendan saw it. There's
there's
many
only like
good players.
6 guys that you really need to key on, and then the rest you can just forget.
Marian Hossa. We forgot about Marian Hossa.
When you forget about Marian Hossa, that's how you know that you're a deep team. So,
and then when you're covering all them, Andrew Shaw scores.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we can't let Crosby score, can't let Malkin score. Go.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that if the Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup, they are possibly the most impressive dynasty of, and people are going to get angry at this, hockey ever, potentially sports ever, because salary cap, first of all, it makes it extremely difficult. Neil just dumped water all over his face.
Sorry, that was a good conversation.
That was awesome. Salary cap implications of the entire thing.
Salary cap kind of brings it into a different sort of conversation by itself, right?
Exactly.
I mean, baseball, people say, Yankees, well, they have got all the money in the world, right? They should be able to make a team that can win all the time.
And then if you want to make arguments about other leagues, you can make a very strong argument the NHL has the most parity of any sport right now. Like, it's insane how hard it is to make it through the NHL play. There's a reason that they say the Stanley Cup's the hardest trophy to win because of just the parity in the league right now and the salary cap implications and the dominance that the Chicago Blackhawks have had over the last 5-10 years has been insane.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculously impressive. And they've overhauled a lot of their players, and they're probably going to lose a couple decent core guys at some point this year.
But every time that they make it to the finals or win a cup,
they seem to lose a lot of guys.
It's the same thing. They're gonna they're gonna lose some core guys, blah blah blah, and they still
but I think this is the year they lose a lot of their core. Like Patrick Sharp is likely gone. Just because of the fact that they had to give Toews and Kane the money they did. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. And speaking of supporting cast and the argument between Crosby and Toews and stuff like that, did you know, and they pointed this out on the NBC feed that I watched when I was in the States, which was really infuriating because they don't just have it on the one channel. They have it on NBC Sports and NBC, and my hotel didn't have NBC Sports, so we had to go out all the time to find it, but we had NBC. It was really weird.
That is. I just expect that no matter where you are in the States, you have unlimited TV channels. Like, to me, that's just what the States is.
Well, the thing is, in their little guide, it had NBC Sports, but it ended up being ESPN2. So it was like, let's go watch some hockey. Oh, college softball.
College softball.
It's like, what?
Might as well be watching ESPN 8 The Ocho.
It was crazy. They had, like, cheerleading on. What is this?
Oh, that's The Ocho for sure.
That's such a guilty pleasure of mine. If I scroll past, like, a national cheerleading competition on the guide, I'm clicking.
That I couldn't watch. I watched a lot of college softball and track and field. It was actually...
That too.
They produced track and field, college track and field pretty damn well. Like, I was drawn into that shit. I wanted to see who was winning that 1500.
So telling their inspirational backstories.
It was! Of all these university athletes. And I'm like, man, I know track people. Like, what is going on here? It's crazy. This one guy's like trying to get U.S. citizenship, but he's winning 1500s and he wants to be an American at the Olympics one day. It's like, come on, man, you can do it.
Yeah.
But Canada, maybe.
Yeah.
It was insane. They made it such a compelling thing to watch.
Anyways.
Couldn't turn away. Anyways, on NBC, they actually pointed out, and I don't know how I haven't noticed this before, but Jonathan Toews could have also been a Pittsburgh Penguin. Mm-hmm. He was one pick. They picked Jordan Staal.
Yeah.
Before, which, again, decent.
Something that gets talked about it
But there is a very, very good... There was the opportunity there.
Oh, yeah.
That the Pittsburgh Penguins could have had.
Now, he probably not necessarily would have... They've been able to keep all those guys.
Yes, but they would have had
at one time
Malkin, Crosby, and Toews on the same team for a period of time.
Yeah, even if it was just for a season.
Like, either Malkin or Toews would have been your third line center.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And say what you will about development and how things would have gone, but that's fucking insane.
That's just crazy.
That is crazy.
Have the chance at having that.
And you could easily move Malkin to a wing, and you have Malkin and Crosby on one line, or Malkin and Toews on one line, and then the other guy. Oh. Could you imagine?
The other guy does the other thing.
It wouldn't be fair for hockey.
Yeah,
parity be out the window.
Yeah, forget that.
That's the big three in hockey terms, basically. Yeah. That would have been absolutely insane. But I also got to thinking, being in San Diego and going to Ottawa to see a hockey game. Where should I go? Oh, 1-0 Tampa. Corey Crawford.
That was quick.
Yep.
I thought they were
Ryan
still doing, like, intros.
No, they started right when we did.
Ryan Callahan, dark horse fantasy pickup for me this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's got traded. Or was it traded? Or no, he got promoted to the top line of Tampa at some point in the year.
Woo!
That is a goal you should not be giving up.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Like, that was a nice...
What do they call that? Top cheese?
That is...
top cheddar.
Yes.
Half clapper, top cheddar.
Half clapper, top cheddar all
Chloe
day.
Armstrong.
I was saying something. Oh, yes.
I
picked up Callahan. I can't remember if he got traded or he just got promoted to the top line. Anyways, I picked him up because he was going to be playing with Stamkos, and he was
pretty well for you.
Yeah, he was a point getter for me. And I told Travis, I'm like, hey, I picked up Ryan Callahan. And you're like, well, that was just a bad life choice.
Yeah.
Verbatim. And
meanwhile, I'm sitting dead last in my NHL playoff pool at work right now.
Worked out pretty well for me. So just saying.
Yeah. Anyways, so all these travels and whatnot, I got to thinking because I went to a Padres game when I was in San Diego. I wish I could have gone to a Chargers game. That would have been awesome. And I wish I would have been able to go to Game 7. But then I started thinking, man, it'd be cool to come back to San Diego. And then I was like, man, I want to go somewhere I can watch a hockey game. And actually, San Diego is getting San Jose's farm team next year. Which would be cool. Like going on a trip to San Diego, watch the Moose play in San Diego.
Cool,
That'd be awesome. By the way, San Diego, terrific. If you're ever going to have a bachelor party, I recommend, and you want to travel for it, San Diego might be a very underrated destination because they are downtown. They have this gas lamp district. It's like 10 blocks, one street, 10 blocks of just bars and clubs.
Cool.
And it is crazy, and their ballpark is gorgeous, and there's a crazy country bar there where, like, there's a line dance to literally every single song. Every song has its own line dance. It was insane. It was awesome because I like country music, but it was blowing my mind the whole time. But
and if you get crazy enough, you can just stone's throw from Mexico.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
If you're feeling nuts.
Tijuana is like I took my first Uber ride. It was pretty cool. When I went to the beach, it was pretty sweet. But yeah, we were asking, like, how far is Mexico from here? He's like, if you go 15 minutes that way, you're in Tijuana. And I was like, whoa!
That's really
crazy.
Is a stone's throw.
Yeah, wow. It was nuts.
You could just walk.
Yeah, you could walk. There's 3 beaches around where we were, and there was one that was kind of close, and it's like more of everyone goes from downtown to this beach, so like, let's go to the one a little bit further away. It's called Pacific Beach. There's Mission Beach and Pacific Beach that are like close to each other, and apparently Mission Beach is like the family place. And Pacific Beach has all the bars and pubs, and like you can learn how to surf and stuff like that. And my coworker who went with me, he drew one out separately because I was with another friend at a bar. And we were coming out afterwards, and apparently his cab driver was like, "What beach are you going to?" And he's like, "Pacific Beach." And he's like, "Okay." And there's a sign saying Mission Beach this way, pointing, but you guys can't see. Pacific Beach this way, and he's like, "Which one?" And Dean's like, "This way." He's like, okay. So he points over at Mission Beach. He's like, "Yeah, families go that way." And then he points over at Pacific Beach. He's like, "Beauties go that way." I was like, "Oh man,
beauties go that way."
So yeah, you can rent like just like beachfront houses for like if you split it between like 6 to 10 guys, it would be like $100 for the week.
That's cool.
Yeah, and awesome. So
a good sell.
Yeah,
I know. It'd be awesome to go there for a bachelor
Travis
party.
is changing his Twitter handle to Travis at like San Diego or something like that.
SD Trav.
Yeah, it was
SD Trav. That's right. San Diego Tourism Travis.
Oh, God. Anyways, it got me thinking as a whole. Where should I want to go somewhere next year to watch a hockey game? And I'm going to rule out Toronto because I'm going to get there eventually.
What about Minnesota? We've been there.
I've been there.
Yes.
I want to go somewhere new.
Okay.
And Chicago would be a great draw. It'd be great to see them all in their prime and see that happen and everything like that. And I'm trying to figure out where I should go. I know we've talked about Montreal a few times, but it's probably going to be a bit later in the year. So unless they make a playoff run and we want to pay $1 billion to go see the Habs in the playoffs, which would make me cry.
Yeah.
I had asked this when I got back from my trip to Ottawa, and a few people tossed something. Seeing Rexall in its last year next year in Edmonton, and see McDavid in his rookie year would be a pretty nice draw. But again, it's Edmonton.
Yeah, you never know.
It is a cheaper alternative, obviously, because America is really expensive right now because the Canadian dollars in the crapper.
No, it's definitely cheaper.
Then I thought it would be kind of cool to go to Columbus because I've always wanted to go to Columbus to see a game,
cool.
And then make it a full road trip. We go to Lake Erie and go see the Moose play in Lake Erie after seeing like the Jets play in Columbus or something like that.
Yeah,
and like I don't know, go see the Cavs play or something like that with LeBron. LeBron's his prime right now, right? He's kind of all over the place.
Well, yeah. I mean, what he's doing right now is pretty stupid.
Yeah. He's
in a good way.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was like, but why would I go somewhere cold when I can go somewhere warm? And maybe go like Arizona, because who knows how long they're going to be around.
Yeah, that's true.
Go see the Coyotes play for dirt cheap.
Get one of those like old school jerseys.
Yeah, exactly.
I want one of those so bad.
One of the like Picasso Coyote jerseys that they sold again this year. I actually have a Coyotes jersey from Arizona. Shane Doan jersey, actually. But yeah, I think you'll see like Catherine Silverman down there at Cata Carry On, who listens to the podcast sometimes, I believe, and that'd be cool. I don't know. If you had to pick a place, where'd you go?
I would like to go to Ohio, actually. That would be really neat. And I think it's more because there's multiple attractions there. Like, I would love to see...
Which is really weird because it's Ohio.
Yeah.
So see all the attractions of Ohio.
Because, I mean, we've talked, like...
Who wants to go to Cleveland?
Yeah. Like, I really... Big fans of the Columbus Blue Jackets and what they're doing down there. Just by the people that I surround myself with have been drawn into what the Cavaliers are doing. So I'd like to see...
We could probably get, like, a few guys to go and see, like, the Browns, too. Depending on the time of year.
Not really a football guy, but yeah.
Johnny Football.
As long as Johnny Football.
Actually, you know what? That would be enough of a draw for me, I think, if he was starting.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. We can go with, like, Justin Rowan and TJ, and he'd want to go see it. That'd be a complete gong show of a trip. That'd be pretty fun. Even if you're not a big fan of football, go see, like, Ohio State play.
Just planning trips with these guys they don't even know about.
Actually, I was talking to them on Twitter about this a while ago, about going down to Cleveland, and someone just missed a wide open net.
That was a wide open net.
Marian Hossa, what are you doing?
See, we forgot about him.
because you forgot him, yeah.
His ego's damaged. He's like, man, those guys forgot about me.
He's throwing his head
back. I gotta prove him wrong. Oh, I missed the net.
But yeah, I don't know. It'd be pretty cool. So we got to talk about this, figure it out.
Somewhere warm, I mean, obviously is a big draw. I would love to actually go to Tampa Bay and see.
I would. I was gonna say Tampa Bay, but then I was like, that's in Florida, and I don't want to get murdered. So
I don't want to get murdered no matter where I go.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there like a legendary arena that everyone like needs to go to in the NHL? Like Madison Square Garden.
I feel like Madison Square Garden would be pretty...
Same thing?
Yeah, because the Rangers are a pretty big draw too. I mean, it would have been nice to go to Nassau Coliseum before it closed this year.
But that ship has sailed.
And I wouldn't mind going to Brooklyn and seeing that stupid hockey configuration they have there and sit in the seats where I can't see the net in front of me.
Perfect.
I don't know, like the Madhouse on like going to Chicago is a pretty big one.
That's what I was gonna say. Like if I can go watch one hockey game, I'm going there.
Go to the Garden in Boston would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think in Boston would be really neat.
I think those are like the big three though, like Boston, New York.
Well, the original six ones, right?
Any original six teams still playing in their original arena would be.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's multiple sports cities.
Exactly, because then you can make a weekend of it, right? Like you do a few, like even if you go for a weekend, you could see something on Friday, Saturday, and if you got there in football season, Sunday afternoon, and then fly back Sunday night and be like a quick trip. Yeah. And it would be kind of pricey, but a lot less expensive for hotels, right? Yeah. You can make something of it.
Well, a friend of ours, or a mutual friend, I think I know who I'm going to talk about, but he had his bachelor party in Chicago, and they saw a Bears game, they saw a Bulls game, and they saw a Cubs game. It was like sometime in October, I think it was, where they were able to catch all three. Like that would be unreal. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, it's a cool thing about some of those huge American cities. It's you can end up seeing like three great. Like imagine going to Boston, you get to see the Patriots, you can go see the Red Sox, and you can watch the Bruins in the span of like 3 days.
Is
like,
October the month? Is that the like? When
if you're especially if your baseball team gets into the playoffs, because then you've got playoff baseball, football's in full swing at that point, and hockey's still starting to, and you can technically catch NBA too, depending on how deep in the month you get.
Well, hopefully they're moving it back. That's the plan.
Is it? Well, closer to hockey time.
They're just like, why are we playing 8 preseason games? No one wants them.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Just play 2 of them. Like no one wants them. So just extend the season so there's no back-to-backs, which everyone's crying about for good reason. But that'd be sweet though. I would love to do that in Minneapolis. Hit all.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've hit 3 in Minneapolis before, but it was Wild game. So I saw the Wild and the Devils play. I see Martin Brodeur play. It was right before the Olympics actually. Then I saw the Giants play the Vikings. But that was like the last game of the season. It was a shit show, and the Vikings routed them like 52-0 or something. Like that was a brutal game. Being a Packer fan, it was awful. And then we saw the Timberwolves play the Magic back when Dwight Howard was still on the team.
Dwight Howard Magic.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty.
Who was on the Timberwolves at that time? They still have KG?
Fuck, I don't know. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Like man,
that would have been what 2008 or 9.
Yeah, the only player I remember from that game is Dwight Howard.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it was like 09-10. Yeah, it would have been 2009 because I went in late December of 2009. So.
Yeah, and that was when he was one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet to watch him play.
Shoulders like a Geodude.
Yeah, that guy's a monster.
Yeah, so I don't know. let us know. Tweet at us at JetStreamPod, or tweet at me or Joe or Neil. You get our Twitter handles later. And let us know where we should go and what would be cool to do and what you guys think we should do. Like, where would you go if you could go somewhere right now? And yeah, because I'm up for... I would also like to see AHL stuff on the road because I want to see what it's like in other cities.
I've only ever seen AHL hockey in Winnipeg.
Yeah, me too. So, Matt, how did we not mention Detroit? I don't want to, like, Detroit's obviously a terrifying place to go.
I don't want to go to Detroit.
But I want to see the Red Wings play live.
Yeah, I'll just see them on the road.
Actually, I have seen them play live twice, but I don't know, it'd be kind of cool.
I have no...
You just won't stay in Detroit.
I have no interest in going to Detroit.
Well, how are we going to Grand Rapids?
I'm not going to lie to you.
How close is Grand Rapids to Detroit?
It's not far. It's like a 30-minute drive, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll stay in Grand Rapids. I would rather stay in Buffalo.
How about we stay, was it, Mississauga? What is it that's just above it?
No, it's not Mississauga.
It's something.
What the hell's right by Detroit?
I don't know. I'll get up the maps here.
So whatever Canadian city is right across the border there. I can't remember.
It might be Mississauga.
It's not Mississauga.
I wonder if Detroit's like reputation is literally what it is. You know?
I have no idea.
The thing is, I'd be almost too afraid to find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you'd walk down there and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna die. Bye."
Yeah. Right. But I can't go by.
But I mean, millionaires have to live there. The team lives there.
I guess.
Hamilton. Buffalo, Mississauga.
I'm sure there are nice areas.
Windsor. That's it. Windsor's right by Detroit.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, where there's just a bridge, and they're building like the Bobby Orr Bridge.
Yeah, the Bobby Orr Bridge. That's right. Yeah.
We will wait to go to Detroit until that bridge is built, and then we can just drive over and then come back.
It's the
Gordie Howe
Bridge. Yeah.
Bobby Orr.
Yeah, I don't know where you go.
Windsor?
It's right above Detroit, across the river, or across the lake, or whatever it is.
Some old famous hockey guy bridge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mike Dad Babcock?
Yeah.
God damn it, Don Cherry.
Roberto Luongo.
Okay, so we'll talk about the Jets for a little bit here. Actually, first, let's talk about Carson Shields.
Okay.
This is how long ago it's been. This is how long it's been since we've recorded here. Is Carson Shields wrote this ridiculous thing about Evander Kane. Neil, I don't know if you've heard this. I hope this loads.
I can't wait. He's been on fire on Instagram lately.
Yeah, he has.
He has.
This is what I was wanting. Just embrace your dickish self, man. Like, do you.
All right. Now I want you to listen to this. Get out of here, Hockey News or the Hockey Writers. I'm not gonna subscribe to your bullshit thing.
Hey, we're winning the cup in 19...
No, that's Hockey. Hockey Writers is much.
Oh, I apologize for getting them confused.
This is titled...
They're not similar at all.
This article is titled How Evander Kane Will Help the Manitoba Moose.
Oh, God.
It's by Carson Shields. It was written on May 26th, and it is now June 8th.
Wow.
It was a Gong Show article, but I'm going to read the first few paragraphs.
It's been taken down now, right? Has it not?
I got this off Web Archives. Yeah. So, anyways, this is the article. Word for word, exactly what it is. The Fairmont Hotel. It's the middle of fall 2014. I'm walking out of the Fairmont Hotel in downtown Winnipeg with my 10-year-old nephew. The night is cool and crisp as we make our way out of the front lobby to my car. First of all, this guy's staring at the Fairmont and he works for the Hockey Writers?
Damn.
What?
Setting the scene, though. I'm with it now.
I can picture it. I'm there.
Yeah, me too.
As we walk and recount the night's events, my nephew stops dead in his tracks, his eyes locked on a figure in the corner of the parking lot. He looks like he's seen a ghost. It's no ghost. It is Evander Kane.
No.
Naturally, my nephew is excited and wants to approach Kane to ask for his autograph, but I stop him. My mind is already beginning to race. I watch Evander as he paces back and forth, texting and making calls, evidently very busy. I begin to recount the past few years of Kane's legacy in Winnipeg, things my young nephew would have never paid attention to or know about. I would have liked to give Kane the benefit of the doubt, but I also begin to play out the situation and my reaction if Kane snubs my nephew. Not tonight, buddy. We will get his autograph another time, I state, as I lead my nephew in the direction of my car. By the time we reach my car and begin the drive home, my nephew has forgotten about Evander Kane. I haven't. My nephew has moved on to talking about the latest Call of Duty game and his guns he is close to unlocking. I nod in my head and ask a few questions pertaining to Black Ops, but my mind is elsewhere. Mentally, I'm still back in the parking lot of the Fairmont, holding back a young fan from going and asking the Winnipeg Jet for their autograph. I know most players are great with the fans and carry themselves in a professional manner. However, this is a Winnipeg Jet who wears the famous number 9, who has slowly brought negativity and shame to the once golden number. Sidebar, this guy beat his wife that he's comparing him to as bringing greatness to the number 9.
Yeah.
Not Evander Kane, the other guy. End sidebar. I drop off my nephew at home and he gets out of the car. Shoot one more apology to his kid. It's okay, Uncle Carson, he replies. He looked busy. The corridor shuts with me and trying to say something, but I have nothing. I sit in my car fuming over the fact that I had to shut down a 10-year-old from getting an autograph because I didn't know how the athlete would react. I look into the rearview mirror asking myself, what is wrong with this situation? Part of me wants to rip back downtown to the parking lot and tell Kane face to face what I think of him. I check myself again and realize it wouldn't do anything and he doesn't care. In a night full of questions and what ifs, there's one thing for sure been hammered home by Kane's antics since arriving. He does not care. So this guy villainizes Evander Kane because he didn't let his 10-year-old nephew go get his autograph.
I like how at no point, like, Evander Kane played literally no role in this.
But he's the bad guy
in this entire like saga here.
Evander Kane saw this and was like, seriously, bro? Like he tweeted about this, and he's, I want to try to find these tweets because I should have in the beginning, but he was like, excuse me. And he basically called him out like, this is garbage. You got it taken down because it's such garbage.
Yeah, it is.
That bullcrap article. And that's the kind of shit that's like, are you serious right now?
And then the hockey writers
apologized to him because it's bullshit.
Apology. Yeah,
it's absolute bullshit.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. Like, it's one thing to get upset about that kind of situation if, you actually went up to Evander Kane and he, straight up shut you down. And you know what? I wouldn't even be mad if he said no. That's his right.
Exactly.
He doesn't have to give his autograph to everybody who comes up and asks him on the street.
And the stupid thing is I'll say this and someone will make up a bullshit story, but I challenge anyone to find a 10-year-old that went up to Evander Kane to ask for an autograph and didn't get one.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you that did not happen at any point in time. Evander Kane responded to it and said, I wish I could write make-believe stories like at Carson Shields 23. I bet he catfishes people too, ? And then Carson Shields responded by saying, this is very, very professional of him. I'm not you at opera, brah. At Evander Kane _9.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that tweet is like it makes immediate sense to most of us, but I saw some like people who are obviously not from Winnipeg being like, what does this mean? Like, I don't get it.
And likes the opera?
Yeah, and then some people are like, well, I think opera might be a bar. Yeah. I think you're right.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah. The out-of-town conversations about that tweet were the most entertaining part to me.
Oh, yeah, and then Melissa Martin pasted under that. Someone responded, what does that even mean? And then Melissa Martin responded to him, cheat sheet, opera was a Winnipeg nightclub.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyways, Evander Kane tweet mentioned it and said, great response, thumbs down. Ha, what do you guys think? And then he said something else. And then my favorite thing of the whole time is he tweets at him, tell me if I'm right, ... Brick Tamland could have written a better article than Carson Shields 23.
Yes!
With this picture beside it.
Yeah, the I love lamp picture.
Yeah, screaming I love lamp.
That is amazing.
And then the hockey writers tweeted out, I'd like to personally apologize to Evander. The post should not have gone live. It was a mistake in our policies that have been altered. And then Evander quoted it and said, all good. And then, someone responded saying, if you would have asked to delete it, I would have. And then Evander said, I shouldn't have to. I would have thought you'd be embarrassed enough to have that on your site.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is very true. And I thought Evander's been on fire on Twitter lately. He's been great, which is funny because this is all happening. He's been a great public outspeaker to these things as soon as he leaves Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder how much of a cone certain organizations have on him for not saying certain things. But yeah, it was just, that's the kind of crap the guy had to deal with the whole time he was here. And he never had an outlet to speak back to anybody, and now he does. And it's great to see his thoughts and opinions on this, and I hope it keeps happening.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to cheer him when he's back. If I'm at that game, I will cheer the guy when he's back.
Absolutely.
And I hope he gets a hat trick, and I hope him and Eichel are amazing together. So I hope the best for the guy. But yeah, that just infuriated me. And then I couldn't help but think, because on that same trip, Devontae Smith-Pelly tweeted a little smiley face when the Ducks were eliminated, and I could not help but to think, what the hell would have happened if Evander tweeted that when the Jets got eliminated?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this city would have exploded, and it would have been awesome. But
it would have been great.
Oh, man.
Well, you just that's the situation where you just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, Evander, I wonder if Evander follows Melissa Martin, because I saw this through Melissa Martin, who tweeted it out with the whole... Did you guys see the latest video of the McKinney cop who was like there? It was somewhere in Texas.
Yeah.
And he went to go break up a fight at a house party or something. And I get... Obviously, Chicago just scored. See, Andrew Shaw! You cover everybody else, Andrew Shaw will score.
Yeah. They've been done. I've been just keeping half an eye on it. They've been absolutely destroying them for the past 7 minutes straight. Fuck. Like the end of the first period, and I think, is this the beginning of the second? I'm not even sure.
I think it's the first.
Okay. Well, they've been destroying them for the past little while.
Fair enough. Anyways, so there's obviously racial tensions in the States because it's America.
Because America.
Because America. And this cop basically like manhandles this girl in a bikini who he doesn't really need to manhandle to get control of. He like throws her to the ground and stuff like that. And then a bunch of teens are like, whoa, when he starts throwing her to the ground and approach her. And the first instinct is to pull a gun on all these unarmed teenagers, which is not cool. But Evander actually tweeted the video and said like, this cop needs his face shoved in the pavement. This has to stop. Cop McKinney pulls a gun on a child and throws her to the ground. Wow, I would love to have a 5-minute major on this guy.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great police, and this is the tweet that I think perfectly kind of summed it all up. There are a lot of great police officers out there, and this McKinney cop is clearly not part of the group. I would call this act racism, which is a good argument for it, because if you watch the video, the two guys that are filming it are two white kids, and they're the only two kids in the entire video not told to shut up, sit down, and leave. And they just stood up and were walking around the whole situation. Every other kid there was told to fuck off, basically. And yeah, anyways, keep doing you, Evander. I like you. You're a good guy. Though much money people would argue with me on that, I don't care. I think he's a good hockey player, and I'm looking forward to his future in Buffalo.
Yep.
I saw a couple people from Buffalo at the conference I was at in San Diego. I said sorry for stealing your head coach, and they didn't like that very much. But I was like, I am from Winnipeg though, so enjoy Evander Kane. They're like, what's the deal with him? And I was like, he should be very good for you. And they're like, hold you to that. And I was like, you're never going to see me again, so you're not going to hold me to that at all. But okay. Neil, what are we at for time here?
I don't know. I'm looking at the size of dragons in various medieval things.
What? Okay.
People on video could probably see, but I'm just looking at Charizard's way down there.
Charizard's a low guy.
But this is Balerion, the big guy that took over Westeros in Game of Thrones, like way back when.
Who's that one?
Because I don't know.
Okay, that's what I call him. Jesus Murphy.
Anyways, the time is
that's actually like
Game of Thrones.
half
I think was awesome.
That's really interesting.
Well, yeah, because I got into it. Like, no spoilers, but we see Drogon in last night's Game of Thrones episode, and people are saying like, "Oh, like he wasn't as strong as I thought he would," but people are saying like,
he's still
a fucking baby, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and he also took multiple spears into the back and face. So.
Well, that's what the people were saying. They're just like, why isn't he like tough enough to withstand getting spears thrown at him? And then this is why I'm deep into this now, trying to figure out how big he gets.
Can one of the shootout questions please be dragon related?
Maybe, but like this is, maybe. I could definitely get there somehow. But like, look how big that dragon is. And that's the Balerion one. Like, that's a horse, and like that looks like a T-Rex.
What's that?
Wings.
Like how far? Whatever.
Did you watch Game of Thrones last night?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We're not spoiling this for you.
No.
I just realized that you started watching it.
I'm up to date.
But yeah, we're at a half hour.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So
that was the question.
Man, that's really cool. Where'd you find that? You know what?
Man, Reddit is amazing.
The conversation for a different
time.
It is
crazy. All right.
I need
anyways.
to spend a little. No, that's not true.
No, seriously. If you're ever bored, especially toilet time, Reddit, man.
Reddit.
You will be in the can for way too long.
Like, I love watching a TV show. Game of Thrones is a great example, and then going to the subreddit right after, because all the things you missed, someone on the internet found, and then and then this dragon conversation. Like whatever. I'm deep now. Let's do this.
You're super deep.
If you ever wanted to nerd out about Star Wars, the Star Wars Reddit is insane, because most of the people on that feed have like read all these comics and books that have come out, and like the Clone Wars shows and every other show. So you can ask them any kind of plot hole, and they'll be like, "It was explained here, and I'm like, "Holy."
And then the tinfoil theories that people come with.
Oh,
like, just
crazy.
Oh my god.
Also, one of my favorite ones that you showed me, shower thoughts.
The best. Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious. Like, I love that subreddit.
And there's always a good one like at the top, like every day.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I love Reddit so much. It's such an... If you aren't on Reddit, just check it out once in a while. It takes a little getting used to. But once you've like made it for yourself and you've subscribed to some subreddits, then your front page is just put of the things that you love.
The front page of the internet.
Oh, it is amazing. Yeah.
Top shower thought today. They should make realistic Gatorade commercials where hungover people try to drink it without sitting all the way up.
Yes.
See, it's perfect.
Oh man.
Oh, it's so good. And then there's like, if you're into video games, there's good ones for gaming, and just so many good things.
Try and drink Gatorade without sitting all the
Oh man, I bumped into Andrew Turley actually.
Oh no way!
Shout out to Turley.
What's up, buddy?
He just got a PS4, and
I need to add him.
Yeah, he came to play basketball with us on Friday night because he he got the PS4 like probably earlier that night, and like he was downloading The Last of Us, and it said like 13 hours. So he was like, "Fuck it, I'll come play basketball with you guys."
And he's trying to pass the time.
Yeah, he's just like, "I'll be up until 5 a.m. anyway." So.
Just saying, Shirley, The Last of Us, one of the best games I've ever played in my life. Please tell me how much you've enjoyed it.
I'm sure he knows by now.
Holy crap, it is amazing. That was the first. I felt an emotional connection with the characters. It was so well written and done. It was amazing.
I'm so jealous as an Xbox guy. So jealous.
You need to like borrow someone's PS4 and just play that game in its entirety because it is amazing. Yeah. Amazing game.
Chicago outshooting Tampa 18-5 right now.
That doesn't sound good.
18 shots and there's still 4 minutes left in the
Tampa hasn't
period.
had a shot in almost 11 minutes.
Good.
God, Chicago is so fucking good at the hockey. Mm-hmm. Dynasty, man.
The stick and the puck.
Yes, and the ice skates shoes.
Yes.
The ice shoes.
Yes.
Knife shoes, that's what they are.
Wow, it's a lot of dead air right there. I'm just looking on Reddit to see what a good thing is.
Now
Explain it like I five.
Now everybody's deep in Reddit.
Oh, Reddit's amazing.
I'm expecting somebody to start saying something.
Except for the Jets Reddit. The Jets Reddit is such a disappointment to me.
Yeah, it's true. The community's pretty small there.
We need to somehow to be completely honest, hockey Reddit as a whole, HF boards used to be like the place to go just to talk hockey. I think hockey Reddit is where people take that. It's like almost an intro to hockey, and it's not the smartest fans in the world, but they're a step above hockey. They're a step above HF boards, where it's just fucking gong shows and ridiculous theories.
I could go through the hockey subreddit and have a good time.
Exactly. Like you can understand everything because it's not super intense.
I don't visit HF boards. I never have, but I've seen some stuff from there, and it just is not.
I can't do it.
I don't think I would be able to.
Like this is the stuff I want to see. Breaking news: Alex Killorn has started curling his mustache.
That's
sweet.
Excellent.
Like that's kind of news I want as a hockey fan.
It's fun. Like it's not the blogs where it's super in depth and crazy, but it's not HF boards where it's fucking gong show and people are just insane.
Yeah.
It's right in the middle, so you can learn some things. One of the things I do love about subreddits for hockey teams is a lot of people who are like traveling to that city will go and post stuff on there, and they'll get like where we should go for the game, where should I go after the game, what's cool things to do before, like what can I do in the city. Like that's one thing that Jets Reddit's full of all the time is like, I'm coming to see this team, or I want to come see them, how hard is it to get tickets? And then usually it's like, okay, go here, I know this person, contact them, because Reddit community people are very open and very sharing. So guys, listen to this podcast, get on Reddit, let's try to make it a respectable subreddit, please, because it's not right now. Anyways, Winnipeg Jets. Let's talk about them a little bit and the goaltending situation. I wrote a couple articles for Arctic Ice. One way back when, in May, actually. On May 27th, it was posted. The other one on Joe and Mai's birthday, June 2nd. Ah, damn it, I meant to bring beer today.
Yeah, we missed our birthday.
Yeah, we missed the birthday. We were in Toronto. It's already been over a year since we were in Toronto.
When JetStream does Toronto, that was a year ago.
Man, JetStream does Transcona. That was a classic night.
Yep, that was...
We relived that the other night.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, through images. And then we went to True North Foundation. Just going to do a little plug for this. Winnipeg Jets True North Foundation.
Yeah, a bottle opener.
Hosts a beer festival thing. Like, it's supposed to be a beer sample.
Yeah.
Like,
it's supposed to
sampling
be
the beer.
It's supposed to be for beer connoisseurs.
Yeah. So you can sample some beers.
I don't know if there's a fancy word for that. It's about an 80-20. It's about an 80-20 split.
Of people just trying to get hammered?
People trying to get hammered and people trying to taste beer. I'm going to leave it up to you to decide which one's the 80, which one's the 20. I think you can probably figure it out.
And which one we were in.
Yeah.
It's like $45 a ticket. It goes to a great cause.
$45 ticket and unlimited tasting.
Unlimited tasting. They cap it. I think it was sold out the day we were there, and we had no problem getting a lot of alcohol.
No.
You try some beers from places you've never heard of before, some local beers, some bigger distilleries, a lot of microbreweries. Tried some ciders.
Yeah.
And
lots of ciders.
You can get quite into... We were there for 3 hours, and you don't stop drinking unless you want to.
Yeah.
So...
We went and sampled our season ticket spots for
We sampled our season tickets
for the Moose.
To sit down? This seems good.
That's literally what we did.
We sat down, we're like, we made a good choice.
Yeah, we sat down, we're like, this is going to be a good view, I think.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Let's go drink.
You really did sample your seats?
We actually did. I took pictures.
And there was a guy about 4 rows ahead of us who had puked out his pants, passed out wasted.
Yep. It was fantastic.
He drank. He had to have pre-game. Like, you can't really get that drunk, but...
There's a lot of lines. You have to wait a decent amount of time.
But the thing is, you can also kind of strategically go where if you're walking around, it's crazy because a beer place, like, will have a long line, but if you go to one quickly and come back, because it was a long line, nobody stood in that line for a while, so it gets to nobody, and then you go in there and just try their 6 beers all rapid fire, and then a line grows again, and then you go to the next one. Yeah. Oh, this line's gone. Try all their beers, and then you go to the next one. It's It's pretty decent. Anyways, Winnipeg Jets hockey, goalies, and shit.
Nice.
So I wrote a couple articles, one comparing Ondrej Pavelec to himself on May 27th, and one comparing Pavelec and Hutchison to see how they compare to each other. Basically, I was trying to figure out what made the difference between Pavelec being a 901 goaltender and a 920 goaltender, and the one that I compared Pavelec to himself. So I looked at all his numbers from last season to ones this season, and, well, simply stated, where is my chart here? Not a lot changed, except for him letting in goals that were just brutal this year.
Does he do that every year?
The thing is, this year he really limited it. I think it was about, I want to say about a 10% drop almost in goals that he was just straight up looking at it, and you're like, what are you doing? And that's great. That's good for him. Congratulations. Didn't get beat on terrible goals as often. The problem is he let in a higher percentage of goals on rebounds.
Okay.
And almost exactly the same percentage he was out of position before. Which you have to start asking the question then, how sustainable is this really? And obviously these numbers aren't perfect. A lot of them, I try to make it as objective as possible. If a guy's out of position, it's pretty easy to see he's out of position. Yeah. If it's a rebound goal, it's pretty easy to see it was a rebound goal. Things where he's getting beat clean, it's kind of harder to tell. If there's traffic, it's pretty easy to see if there's traffic or deflected in front of him, and it caused a goal. A little bit higher percentage of traffic this year, which in my opinion says it takes more for teams to score on him this year, which is because he wasn't getting beat clean on terrible goals.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's still letting goals when he's out of position, still letting goals in due to rebounds, still letting a high percentage of his goals, he let in almost 20% of goals this year to a wide open net.
Good.
Those are still issues that he hasn't addressed. That on his first season, when you start looking at the comparison of Hutch and him, Hutch doesn't have those issues. Special teams reasons here, okay? Pavelec lets in about 15% of goals because he's out of position. Hutch, 5. Pavelec, about 15% of goals off rebounds. Hutch, about 8. Deflections in traffic, about 20% of goals on Pavelec are due to deflections in traffic. Almost 30% on even strength are because of deflections in traffic on Hutch. Teams need to do more to score on Hutchinson. A crazy number, which I think helped really explain the drastic drop in Hutch's numbers near the end of the season. I have it written down here somewhere. Anyways, near the end of the year, I think it was like the last 15 games of the year, 12 of the goals scored. Yeah, his last 15 games played, 12 of the goals scored on Hutch came on a breakaway or an odd man rush.
Yikes.
In that same span, 4 against Pavelec.
Wow.
So Hutch kind of got peppered and hung out to dry a little bit near the end of this year.
That's right.
And I know the same thing. You got to make the save occasionally. Yes,
yeah,
I have that same argument. I agree completely.
But
it's not like Hutch was just playing super shitty the entire time.
You do have to you have to stop breakaways sometimes.
Eventually, yes, you do. And I completely agree.
Yeah.
But I just find it crazy that teams rely so much more on getting traffic and people and bodies in front of Hutch to score on him than Pavelec. It's crazy the difference is. Other than that, a lot of them both of them get beat high more often than low, which is just the way it is with goalies. Stuff. Hutch has a much lower percentage of goals going into the open net than Pavelec does. Like
nothing I enjoy more on a national broadcast than
a goalie way out of position.
Than an analyst or a pundit or whatever saying the book on blank goalie is high glove. You're like, oh really?
It's a book on every goalie.
Interesting. I'm pretty sure that's the book on literally every single butterfly goalie in the history of the game.
Yep.
So really good insight there.
Yeah. So next year, I know it's not possible, it's possible. It's not going to happen. Pavelic's not going to go anywhere, right?
I don't see him going anywhere. No,
there's no way. I think
I would be amazed, especially with how much they've been pumping his tires lately. Even more as of
I think
late.
Chevy was quoted an article recently in the Sun about how he's like, yeah, we still don't think he's reached his final.
Well, exactly.
Like, I hope not, because he needs to be a lot better if he wants to maintain this. Yeah. So, I know a lot of people are saying that Hellebuyck, who put up a hell of a performance in the World Championships, shouldn't be rushed. Why not?
Well, you know what? And people are going to say their argument for not rushing him is he's young. You know, you don't want to put him in situations that he's not ready for. But nobody understands goalies, and so why? Yeah, like you say, why not? Yeah, it's a bit of a risk, and it's a risk anytime you take a young player. But I mean, he played college, and that usually gives you a little bit better of going straight from junior to the pros. Usually the guys in college have a little bit more of a, experience playing against bigger guys. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much of a difference that might make for goalies as for skaters, but I would like to see him get a shot. Why not? I mean, like I say, I understand goalies less than a lot of people, and a lot of people don't understand them very well. So I just want to see you try different things. I mean, if you keep trying the same thing over and over and over again and it never works, and then one time it kind of worked, mm-hmm. I don't think you can just go back and say, I hope that it works even better or the same again. Yeah. It's more than likely just going to not work.
A lot of people make that argument. They say, oh, well, whenever you see a young goalie come into the league, his career's ruined or blah, 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 blah. And they always point to Marc-Andre Fleury and Rick DiPietro. Well, Rick DiPietro was pretty good until he got injuries every second he stepped on the ice.
Marc-Andre Fleury, I'm pretty sure, won a Stanley Cup. So
he did, but he was also, I don't think, a very good goaltender. But when you look at his numbers in the QMJHL before he was drafted, .886 in his first year, a .915, which is about average in his second year, .910 in his third year, at which point he was drafted in first overall, and then put into the NHL pretty much immediately. Or no, he was in the AHL where he went .901, .939, and then went to the NHL and hasn't... And that year he went .939, he played 12 games.
I was going to say, so he had one decent season, but it wasn't even a season, it was 12 games.
Yeah, exactly. So he also had a 10-game span in the Q where he posted a .933. He was never that amazing to begin with.
That's nothing.
And there is evidence out there to say that goalies are best when they're younger. So I know it's a big, complex situation, but I don't see a problem with giving him a shot and seeing how it goes. Because you got a plethora of them. And I'm not saying you have to rush them, but
I'm not saying give him the starting job.
Yeah, right off the hop.
Yeah.
Challenge the kid. See what he can do. He's shown that he's pretty solid in the AHL. I mean, personally, I'd love to see him in the AHL.
I was just about to say. That being said,
I want to see him dominate the AHL.
I would love to see that because,
yay.
Yeah, season tickets.
Exactly. So, personal gain.
Yes.
Keep him in
That's
the
the same
AHL.
with me wanting. That's with me not wanting Patan or Ehlers or any of those guys to make the team because I want to see them play in the AHL.
Exactly. Although Ehlers would probably go to the juniors again. Yeah. The thing with Morrissey too, like Morrissey's not going to get anything for playing an overage year in the juniors, and it's stupid that they're not going to send him to the AHL. They should, but yeah, whatever. See how it goes. All right, it's official, guys. We're going to leave this Palmares debate until when they release the actual trophy for Jack Adams.
Okay, well, we can have a whole talk about the awards at that point.
Yeah, we'll deal with that then.
Because there's always something to talk about with that.
Yep, and we've got a big one to deal with. So let's, Neely, ready to... God damn it, Joe. Ready for a shootout?
Yes, because the music is playing already. What's the score now? Is it 2-3?
I think it's 2-all.
I
think we're tied.
All right. Tiebreaker.
Maybe 3-2 me.
It's been a while since we've had a shootout.
Might be 3-2 me. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's 3-2 Joe.
Yes.
3-2 Joe. All right, let's go. All right. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they're adding the whiteout to NHL 16 upcoming, which is awesome. My question to you guys, is there another city-specific thing you would like to see in a video game from any other city in the NHL?
I would like to see Nashville when they score, and a lot of people think it's stupid. I love it. In their goal song, their whole crowd chants, "Hey, you suck." I would love for that to be put into the game.
I don't know about in the NHL, but one of my favorite soccer things is Mexico. It's a big thing for them to do. As right when the opposing team is going to take a goal kick, right as he's going up, it goes, and as soon as he kicks it, they go, "Puto!" which is basically just calling him a bastard or whatever. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's my favorite thing ever. It's super loud, too, when they do it.
Andrew Shaw. Oh, no, it's for the replay.
Oh, that's the replay. Anyways, yeah, that's like one of my favorite sports things.
Imagine if they did that for like a shootout.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Bastard! Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're getting a new Jumbotron here in Winnipeg.
Yeah, we are.
What else would you guys like to see upgraded around the city?
Around the city as a whole?
As a whole.
Bike lanes everywhere.
Yeah.
Word.
That is number one. Bike lanes everywhere because it's basically riding a death trap right now to get to certain areas of the city. So.
I really like to see some more flowers and green stuff in the boulevards. You know what?
They're limited medians right now.
As funny as it sounds, The one when you're driving down a nice street and there's like the medians have some nice flower beds in them, and there's nice green grass. You know, it makes you feel like you're living in a nice city.
Sorry. Can I replace mine?
Yes.
I would like Route 90 to actually be an expressway.
Yeah, true
that's so true. What is it?
2-lane expressway.
Is it down to 40 kilometers an hour?
Yeah.
With like 8 million stoplights where it gets down to 2 lanes and you can't move. Fix this.
That's a thoroughfare, right?
It's the greatest bottleneck in the city, for sure.
God.
All right, some more news. There was an $11 million home put on for sale here in Winnipeg.
I heard about
Now, I went through other pictures, and I couldn't help but thinking, if I'm spending $11 million on a home, question to you guys, what's the one thing you need in that home for that $11 million?
I need some sort of space to play sport. Whether I just have a room where I have artificial turf and a soccer net, or like a basketball court. I would say a hockey rink, but that's gonna be that's probably. I mean, it's $11 million, so
pay someone to take care of it. Yeah.
But yeah, even if you have like a half rink or something like that, I need something to play sports indoors.
Like, have your own like multi-purpose gym or something like that. Like you can play basketball, you can play, tennis, whatever you want.
Oh, tennis court indoors?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
you gotta have something
that's such low maintenance.
You gotta have something balling like that. You know what I'm saying?
I need that.
Sidebar on this, a funny comment one of my coworkers made about this is just like, why would you buy, if you're gonna buy an $11 million home, why would you buy Winnipeg? That's like buying.
That's so true.
That's like buying an $11 million home in Antarctica. Like, why? Like, why? And my counterpoint to that was, well, at least you know you're going to spend a lot of time inside it, because when it's minus 50 in the winter, you're not going outside. You're going to be friggin' enjoying your nice house.
That's very true. That's very true.
No doubt. Oh,
speaking of like really affordable things or non-affordable things in Winnipeg, the number of Maseratis I saw in San Diego was unbelievable.
There's one that I know of in the city, and I've driven it.
Oh, aren't you a fancy?
No big deal.
I'm giving this one to Joe for
Murphy.
Flowers in the median lane.
I'd like to see some flowers.
What do I have to do to win one of these? I guess I want two.
Hey, I was on board with the more bike lanes though. Like I honest to God go out of my way. I take maybe a 3 kilometer longer bike ride to take the Greenways home.
Oh yeah.
Like from the university, I go onto the Greenway at Bishop Grand, and then I go through South Point.
Yeah.
So much nicer of a ride than going on Pembina.
Oh yeah,
right. For sure. Like, I don't care if it's longer.
They are putting. I think that's what they're doing right now on Pembina, is putting bike lanes through.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a pretty ride by any stretch of the imagination, but at least it will be a safe way to go down Pembina.
No doubt, absolutely.
Instead of riding in the far right where it's basically potholes.
Yeah, no. It's
my God.
Just try to dodge a pothole, get hit by a car.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
There's an article today in the
hit a pothole, fall off, get hit by a car.
There's an article today in the Free Press about how like going on the Osborne underpass is like asking to be murdered because there's just no space for a car or for a bike. There's none. Like you can't do it. And if you go on the sidewalk, $115 fine.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn. My friend of a friend here got a speeding ticket on his bike in a school zone.
Decent.
That's possible.
Man, he was going over 30K.
Cruising. Yeah.
That's
ridiculous.
Must have been cruising.
Yeah. And they pulled him over, and it sounded like that he didn't know if he was getting pulled over because he's on a freaking bike.
Yeah.
Right? And they just were slowly behind him.
And he's like looking around like,
what the hell?
What the hell's a biker gonna do? Like a bike can stop quickly if a kid gets in the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I recently refreshed my knowledge of biking on the road thing, and one of the first points in like the MPI kind of thing is treat your bike like a motorized vehicle. Like you got to pay attention to every sign and every light, which I get, but is just not realistic either.
Yeah, not the way the city's currently set up.
No,
it's just not possible.
Hopefully we get one way, and hopefully we get the flowers in the median.
Yeah.
All right. Spelling bee.
SPELLINGB. Gotta remember I before E, except after C. Da 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 da. It's the spelling bee.
Hooray!
Yay! Wow, Don Cherry is holding a USA shirt right now.
What? That's madness.
What the frick is going on?
Oh. They're playing some soccer in Winnipeg right now.
I'd love to see Don Cherry do the spelling bee, by the way.
Oh, God.
That would be hilarious.
Mike that backpack.
So, spelling bee for this week, I'm going to keep the Women's World Cup train rolling because, you know what, there's just too many good names out there for me to not use some. So here's a good one. Today, I guess yesterday, for those of you listening,
USA, do you want to know the score of the game right now?
Sure, yeah, tell me.
USA is currently beating Australia 3-1.
Ah, lame. I was really holding out hope for Australia. Anyways, earlier today, Nigeria played Sweden.
Huge comeback. It was awesome.
In Winnipeg. What was the final score of that, by the way?
They tied 3-3. Nigeria scored with like less than 5 minutes left in the match. Oh, it was sick.
Perfect segue. Captain of the Nigerian women's soccer team is the
Average
subject
age
of
23 years old.
today's. She's not 23 years old. Subject of today's spelling bee. Her name is. Well, it's fantastic. First of all, second of all, it's Perpetua Nkocha.
That is a great name. All right, here.
Say the last name again.
Nkocha.
The whole thing.
Perpetua Nkocha.
I know this is wrong.
Good.
Nkocha.
Nkocha. Okay.
Wow.
What?
Just wow.
All right. Perpetua Nkocha. Perpetua.
Yeah!
For real? Yeah. Okay. Nkocha.
Unko.
Cha.
Okay, Travis?
Perpetua. Perpetua.
It's got to be.
I went Nkocha. Except for it's now spelled Nchao-tia. Nchow.
Nchow.
K-T-I-A.
Oh my god.
Wow. You know what? You both got Perpetua right.
Yeah!
Yeah. Fuck
So,
yeah.
but you were
Half
not,
grades.
like not even close to close on the last one.
Wow.
Nkocha is spelled Nkwocha. Nkocha.
I'm calling the N at the beginning though.
Sorry?
Travis with the N.
Yeah, good call. He caught my subtle. Yeah. You were close, Travis, actually.
I thought it was
Nchauktia. You said Nchauktia instead of
Nchao-tia.
That sounds kind of Chinese. Anyways.
We don't know. We're idiots.
She's interesting point. She's won African Women's Footballer of the Year 4 times. 2004, 2005, 2010, and 2011. She's got 98 caps for Nigeria. I think I touched on what a cap was before for any non-soccer people.
Please tell me again.
It's when you play an international game for your country.
Oh,
you get what's called a cap. Don't know where it came from. Don't know what it means. It just, well, I know what it means. It means play a
You
game.
get a single hat. You get a hat.
Yeah, maybe you get a
one
hat every time. I don't know.
That's what I thought.
You have a lot.
98
You have a
hats.
lot of hats. Anyways, she's got 98 caps and 80 goals. So
Oh, holy shit.
yeah, for soccer,
Christ.
In 98 games, you got 80 goals?
not bad.
Holy Suarez styles. Right here.
Nkocha.
Yeah, not bad at all. Perpetua.
Kicking some
Stepping
ass.
up. Yeah, not bad.
All right, did we learn things as well this week?
I didn't learn anything.
I didn't
so.
learn.
I learned
mean,
how
we
to
can talk
spell
about
Perpetua
dragons
Nkocha.
now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? I learned how big Charmander is in comparison to the Game of Thrones dragon thing guy.
Yeah.
Really, really small.
Really, like not big at all. Like maybe the size of his eyeball.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna try and look at that picture again while you guys are talking because I'm trying to think of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yep. No.
I don't know. But we're almost done, so you need to get the soundboard up soon near Neil.
I know
yeah,
the Lord of
that's
the
so
Rings
true.
dragon. Don't tell me.
This is gonna be really
Smaug.
Smaug. That's very true. Yeah, if you're not watching Game of Thrones, what are you doing? And if you're not watching Silicon Valley, you probably should. Because that's
Oh, I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Hilarious show. It's a good episode last night. Anyways,
Great TV.
it is great TV. HBO, you know what you're doing, and it sucks because I got to figure out how to get you somewhat legally when I don't live at home because I'm not going to pay for you cable-wise because it's like $15 a month and that's ridiculous.
We got Crave TV here at the house because we have Bell.
Yeah.
So we get Crave TV for free, and it has all the old HBO stuff.
Nice.
Nothing currently, but
Do you have
old stuff.
Deadwood?
Yes.
Deadwood's awesome.
Deadwood's there. The Wire, which I'm planning on watching as soon as Thrones is done.
Was Entourage on HBO?
Yep.
Man, that movie apparently did awful this weekend.
Really?
Like fifth.
A lot of people were pumped about it too.
Yeah, I never watched
Because Melissa
the show.
McCarthy was in this weekend, whatever show she was
Yeah,
in.
something dumb. I watched a Disney-ish movie this weekend, actually. I watched... Crap, what's it called? Saving Mr. Banks. It's like the backstory behind Mary Poppins.
Oh,
yeah.
get out of here!
It was actually
they're
pretty
really,
good.
They're really stretching for stories now.
It was actually really interesting. It was
Yeah.
good. It was pretty good. Like, it wasn't like Mary Poppins, like the author of the original Mary Poppins books and like how the movie got made. It wasn't technically what she wanted, but it was a pretty good story. Anyways, if you want to get hold of us on Twitter at JetStreamPod, #JetStream. Check out the website www.jetstreampodcast.com. Email us jetstreampodcast@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of me on Twitter, it's at THRUBENIUK. Joe's at JW_Clark20. Neil at Neil Noonan. Subscribe, rate us on iTunes. Check out ArcticIceHockey.com for posts and links and everything you need to know where you want to watch us. We have video again today, so you're welcome, Pity. We heard you guys. We brought back video. We're still, you can look at this space of Neil's room and not room, but basement and whatnot, and we'll figure out what we want to do later.
Breaking news, mixed doubles curling has been added to the 2018
I saw that today. My girlfriend will be pumped. She's big into curling.
And Oscar Pistorius is going to be released on August 21st.
Seriously, already?
Yeah.
All right, got to wrap this up. The news is coming to an end. We'll be back next week. Later, guys.